I've been to a lot of GTR events all over the world, in Japan, in the US, and in Europe, but they were nothing like this. This was insane. Hey everyone, I'm Larry Chen. I'm a car culture and automotive photographer. You can find me on Instagram at Larry Chen, and also you can find me on YouTube. I have the Larry Chen channel as well as the Haggerty YouTube channel. What did I hear about GTR Festival? Well, I knew that it existed, but I didn't realize the scale of this event. I knew that there was going to be a certain level of build, and I knew that there was going to be such a selection of show cars, drag cars, drift cars, and everything under the sun when it comes to GTR. I didn't realize that there was going to just be flat out abuse of these vehicles. It's the first time I've seen them do burnouts. It's the first time I've seen them go down the drag strip that quickly. The fact that these things were just earth-shattering in terms of like how much power they're able to put down, and the way that they go out of the hole and the wheelies that they do, it just was something I've never seen before. My personal favorite usually is something quirky. It's usually something that's not the obvious choice. I really loved that rear-wheel drive Civic powered by a S15 driveline. I'm actually going to shoot a Datsun Ute today that was at the show that's GTR R35 powered, right? It's a VR38. That thing is so cool, and while it's not the prettiest looking vehicle, that's the point, you know? It's built for the owner, it's built for function, and form comes second, and it's just so cool in that way, and that's why I wanted to feature that. I thought I knew about GTRs, but I really didn't know anything. I just scratched the surface. The cool thing about the Australian scene is that this amazing vehicle was available to the tuning scene, and it was adopted by the Australians. And really, you guys took it and ran with it. And it's been going under the knife up until this point, and it's been just developed and defined and refined and massaged to this point, you know? So I've learned a lot in terms of what makes certain cars special, and also the style of build, and the fact that, you know, you can put a sequential and automatic and 3 liter, 3.2, 3.6 liter. I didn't even know a 3.6 liter existed. RB36 just sounds so crazy to me. And that's kind of what has been really nice to find out. You know, I've been to the Nismo Festival. I've been to Zama Collection in Japan. I've been all over the US and Europe checking out what I thought were really crazy GTR builds, you know, but they just didn't hold a candle in terms of power compared to the Australian builds. I've driven a lot of GTRs, I've ridden in a lot of GTRs, but this Midnight Purple 3 R34 sequential, God knows how much power it made. It pulled so many G's that, first of all, my hat came off, because not because of the wind, the windows were up, because it pulled so many G's. And then second, it moved so fast, it felt, I had the sensation of falling, you know, because it was accelerating so fast. It was like I was just dropped from an airplane or something. It was crazy. I had vertigo from it being so fast, and it just pushed me back in my seat. And with that said, all my footage while I was filming it is super shaky, but it really just conveys the speed and how crazy that vehicle really was. Everybody has their own take on the Nissan GTR in terms of why they love it. For me, it's so much about the passion, the shape, the aura that surrounds this vehicle. The fact that when I drive it, I feel like $1 million, you know, because for us in the US, this wasn't a vehicle that was available to us. In 2014, finally, the R32 GTRs became legal, and really, I really set out to obtain one. That was my goal, you know, and now, after all these years, I finally was able to secure a Bayside Blue R34 while I understand that there's a performance aspect to it, and that's why I feel like most Australians love these vehicles, for me, it's not about that. It's about the shape. It's about the color. It's about the way the light interacts with this vehicle. And it really speaks to enthusiasts like myself, because for a normal person, when they see a vehicle like this, they probably just think, oh, it's just a pedestrian car. You know, might as well be a Nissan Maxima, Ultima, or whatever. But to a true car enthusiast who grew up on Gran Turismo and who loved these cars from the outside, it's just everything I wanted. You know, sitting in it, just looking at it from the outside, walking around it 360. That's what I love about these cars. You know, it just means something different to everyone else. The future of GTR Festival. Well, I hope it gets bigger and better every single year, right? So we broke a record this past weekend, and it was so cool to meet so many passionate enthusiasts, so many fans. It really means that what I'm doing and what Mickey's doing and what Sakamoto-san is doing is working. It is not just about a US audience anymore, and it hasn't been for a long time. It's a worldwide audience. And with that said, I'm definitely looking forward to checking out GTR Festival again. And actually, what I'm really excited about is GTR Festival making an appearance in the US, because of the fact that next year, 2024, the R34 is going to become federally legal. And there is a wave. It's going to be a tsunami of R34s getting imported into the US at one time, and including mine and Mickey's. So you can bet if there is going to be a GTR Festival in the US, especially in 2024, later in the year, I will be driving there in my own R34 GTR.